instructor. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So what I would like to start with is I would like to know, with you being the owner, what inspired you? What is some history of dance in your background that inspired having a studio?
Well, in my background, I started taking dance lessons at 5 and classical ballet. My mother had danced when she was younger, and I grew up in a dance background and a musical background. My father was a wonderful pianist, and growing up, I was totally immersed in ballet, went off to college, and discovered, well, I had done Polynesian dance too, but discovered modern dance and contemporary dance and went, wow, there's a lot of other fun things to do out here. So then I ended up coming back here, getting married, still here. Had 2 children, raised them here, they're gone now. And my background was classical ballet. Gave that up for serious dancing Polynesian and serious dancing classical Spanish and castanets, which is what I teach. Is Polynesian. We do dances from Hawaii, New Zealand, Samoa, and Tahiti, and we use all the instruments, and the children learn little lessons. They have little notebooks where they learn. They have little papers that, you know, describe history and things they're supposed to learn about the islands.
So you're currently teaching this right now?
The little kids, yes.
Oh.
And then the classical Spanish is, they have to take castanets. I know some people go, oh no, but they're a lot of fun. I think Cindy is a very nice castanet player.
Now, what is the castanets?
The castanets are the ones that you see that make the beautiful sound. I didn't bring them with me.
Are they like what are those called? The things that you put on your fingers?
Those are finger cymbals for both.
Okay, so those are not castanets.
No, the castanets are joined by a string, and they're little pieces of wood, and you play them on your hands. It's a percussion instrument. And then, of course, your feet are another percussion instrument because you have the studded shoes. And then the shawl, you use the big shawl, the fan, all the fun stuff that women like to do when they dance. And there just wasn't that kind of a studio in town that had the more ethnic forms of dance. And I've known Cindy for, oh gosh, a long time. And she's a wonderful dancer, and she does incredible Middle Eastern dance, which is very popular right now. I just came back from a 2-week camp at Stockton, and the Middle Eastern classes were huge, full of men too.
So was it like a convention or a big?
It's a 2-week dance camp.
Oh, okay.
And the Middle Eastern classes were very, very well attended. A lot of men, I would say almost 50% men and 50% women. And of course it's a great exercise, tones your body, and well, it's just a lot of fun. People are rediscovering that, and that's Cindy's expertise. And we also do international folk dancing, dancing from around the world.
That's what her camp was that she went to. But they have guest teachers that do other things besides
just...
Well, belly dancing is considered a folk dance in a sense, you know.
Okay. So you two went together?
I didn't go this year.
No, you didn't go this year?
I did not.
She was vacationing in New York.
Yeah.
And then we get Grace Wooding, another wonderful teacher. She's at work right now. She does all of the ballet, tap, jazz, hip-hop, and this year she's adding mother and daughter dance classes and tapper size classes.
Ooh,
so
I'm going to have to check into that.
The tapper size, of course, tone, 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 and get the exercise in mother-daughter classes if you want to dance with your daughter.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I have 3 daughters that are taking from Grace right now, and I actually grew up, Grace taught me some dancing. I did some jazz. And
yeah, in her younger days, Grace was California State Champion. I don't know that a lot of people know that or not, but she was California State Champion in dance.
Was wonderful. It's so much fun to watch. You know, she was loving it. She was just loving it. She was very good.
Her presentation
she
is
still
great.
does.
She still is
she
good.
teaches, you can tell.
She's wonderful with the children.
She is.
Wonderful
Very
with
patient.
the children. And I'm sure she'll enjoy doing the you know, tapper size and the Mommy and Me classes. And we rent the studio. We've rented it out. People use it for birthday parties or a going away party. We've done it for a young man leaving for the overseas, and his family wanted to give a big farewell, so they can come out and rent the studio.
Nice.
There's no smoking allowed, of course.
Right.
And this year we have totally revamped the studio, new floors, added new paint in certain areas, and well, it's just, you know.
So when, with all of this inspiration and all of your history in dance, when did you open up High Desert Dance? When did you get the studio up and running?
23 years ago.
All right. And you just remodeled it.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that. I've actually seen it. It's very nice. It's very lovely. And with you saying that you rent it out for birthdays, do you have contact information for people to get a hold of you for that? I didn't even know you did that. That's really cool.
We do that, yeah. They can call the studio at 760-375-4127. And we have a big calendar, and they can make arrangements.
Okay, so how many teachers do you have teaching for High Desert Dance right now, currently?
Myself, Cindy, and Grace.
Okay, and all the different dances that you have, you said that you do a lot of the folk dancing and the belly dancing, and Grace does all of that. Do you have it open for any other activities coming in, other than the birthday parties, if there were any other interest in teaching dance or different kinds of dance?
We're open to having people that can call the studio if they've got a specialty that they want to work on. In the past, years ago, we had swing dance. He was a wonderful instructor. He's since moved away, and he was really good and fun to have. We had ballroom. They moved away.
Oh, ballroom dancing. That includes other, like, tango and things like that?
Yeah, waltz,
the
cha-cha, tango, that kind of thing.
Wow.
We've had another teacher also that, what happens sometimes, they are military, so they're here for 3 years, they come and teach, and then they leave.
Right.
You know, that kind of a thing, too.
Okay.
So, that's still good, but it's, you know.
Yeah. Well, hold that thought. We're going to be right back. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll see you after this.
Okay.
Come back, High Desert Dance. We have a lot more to talk about.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind. Cause your friends don't dance, and if they don't dance, well, they're no friends of mine. I say, we can go where we want to, a place where they will never find. And we can act like we come from out of this world, leave the real one far behind. And we can dance.
Gentry and Cindy Cote, who is a dance instructor for Middle Eastern dance. And I would like to find out a little bit more about you, Cindy.
Oh.
So if you could give us a little bit of your history in dance and what brought you into High Desert Dance.
Well, I was not like Marilyn, where I danced from 5 years old at a studio environment. I was the one who danced at home and created like all little girls do. But my mother liked dance, and so I learned the cha-cha, rumba at home, waltzing, polkas, those kind of things at home. So not until I went, and I created my own, to all the rock and roll music and dance, and, you know, Wild Woman, just all that fun stuff. I love music. And my parents had a lot of variety of music, too.
Yeah, dance is a great language. It really is, along with music. I mean, just the two arts together just make it fantastic. Fantastic. It's just awesome. Yeah.
Good for the soul.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So not until I went to college did I introduce myself to a modern dance class. I said, oh my goodness, because they had you clap out your name and create something to it. And I thought, that was so much fun. You know, whatever syllables you had, however many, it was fun. And then I had I've had ballet since then, but in my last year of college is when I had a car. I got a car, and I could go to belly dance classes.
Ooh.
So from there I went, But I used to babysit for a family that were Arabic. So when I was 16, I asked if I could listen to their music. So the Middle Eastern music, the belly dance music, was all in my blood from that point on.
Right.
But
So
they didn't offer that in Ridgecrest. I lived here. So.
Okay, and this
Yeah.
is where you were in
This is-
Ridgecrest
I
when
was-
this struck your interest in this
then when I was
type of
little,
dance?
and then when I went to college is when I could do something about it. I thought, oh my gosh, I could drive to the classes, and of course I graduated.
So what college did you go to?
I was at San Jose State.
Okay.
So they had a studio on the other side, and I just drove over there, and it was fun.
And did you go for dance?
I went for belly dance class.
Right. Oh, okay.
Right there. Yeah, specifically because I said, oh, I have a car, I can get there, and it wasn't outrageously expensive. So that was my aha! I finally get to fulfill what I wanted to do since
yes.
16. You know,
Those are great
music
moments.
wise. Yeah, I didn't really know about belly dancing in young high school, but I liked the music, the Middle Eastern music. So anyway, so then I had class there, and then I graduated, and I came here and was going to go back up there to work, and that fell through with people up there resigning and whatever. So I ended up staying here, and there was a girl that came and taught here, and I said, I can teach I know all that already. She came from Riverside. So I began teaching somewhere else at City of Ridgecrest, and then I got married, had a baby, and those kind of things, and all the family stuff. And she says, I'm going to open a studio. Do you want to teach? Yes, again, yes I do. So
another aha moment.
Aha, yeah, it was the right timing. My daughter was 10, so my first class was little girl classes. She and her friends. It was fun. And I also had an adult group then, too, that were coming like 5, 6 people. So it was fun. Our first recital was fun with these beginner ladies dancing out there. And you look back on things, and I did a solo, and I thought, oh, I hadn't danced for so long. I thought, oh. I said I was a maniac out there.
Well, I remember growing up, because I took dance, and I remember a few of the recitals over at Burroughs that we did. I remember your groups and the different kinds of dance, and it was quite the variety show.
Very colorful.
Very colorful, very colorful, and it's very entertaining, and it was fun. It's, you know, all the craziness in the back, and everybody dressing up and dancing.
Oh, yeah. And a lot of mixed ages.
Quite the
which is
experience.
the age mixed, you know, from 2.5 till 70 at that time. You know, and now it changes out. But
now, were there can dancers at one point? For some reason, I vaguely remember
there was.
that.
I remember something.
I remember big skirts.
Yeah, but I think it was Miss Grace doing something with them. I don't know what class it was in particular. We had different themes for our recitals.
Yeah, every year is a different theme.
Right. Okay. So I was going to actually ask you about
can.
that.
I remember it.
What are some, speaking of themes, what are some past theme recitals that you have had?
Oh gosh, we've had so many.
I'm thinking of so many titles we've had.
We've done, of course, Disney, a lot of Disney, and we've done Broadway. And television shows, themes from television shows. Gosh, so many.
And we try to incorporate these different kind of dances, doing something in these themes. Now, Disney, we could do Aladdin, you know, for belly dancing, for Middle Eastern dancing. So, but you try to figure it out. It was kind of tricky sometimes.
Very tricky sometimes.
Long stretch there to
makes it a challenge. Kind of.
Try to get Spanish and Polynesian into
the theme, you know, within that culture. You know,
exactly.
It's kind of tricky, but luckily there are movies that offered some of those choices.
Yes, well, I'm a big fan of So You Think You Can Dance, and I absolutely love the challenges and the themes and how they incorporate all of that. So that is...
Me too.
I do too, yes.
Yeah, it seems like a fun thing to do, but challenging and maybe a little stressful at times, I'm sure.
Getting the music to all coordinate and, you know, even costume changes to coordinate.
Because some people have 7 dances they're in. 5 dances they're in.
Or maybe you're doing, like
crazy,
that, and you have some of the costumes, like some of the Polynesian and the Middle Eastern, are very complicated, and it's not a real quick costume change. So you have to plan that out and kind of practice how you're going to switch gears really
So at
fast.
the end of the year, you probably have to sit down and really take into account all the music, the timing, the costume changes, who's in what dance.
Yes,
and you've got people that are in multiple different kinds of dances, right? So that does...
You have parents helping, and you have panicked adults, and I'm not ready. Well,
right, and then the kids too, all the
know.
Performers too. I remember it was.
Oh yeah.
On show day, it was a little bit chaos, but always fun.
Always fun. Always.
And it was much appreciated to have the parents help backstage, especially when you have the 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds in between. They only are in one dance, but they want to do the curtain call. So you got to have somebody or 2 somebodies entertaining them. You know, bring something, Mom and Dad, bring a snack, and entertain them in between.
And then you've got the older kids too. It's kind of like one big,
yeah,
huge family.
And you're changing in and out and
It's
crazy.
like a big family, and that's where I think one of Grace's specialties, she's so good about making all the children feel so welcome and feel so proud of what they're doing. And
absolutely.
Any of the problems that arise, oh, it's okay, we can take, she just smooths
very calm,
everything out.
collected, and
Oh,
cool.
she is. Nothing rattles her.
That's right.
Her feathers
Very
do
good.
not get ruffled.
That it always helps to have that strong rock there for
Very
moments
much.
like that.
Well, we believe in a family atmosphere. Parents, need to be involved, at least coming out and supporting the kids in their dance and being part of it. And we do not tolerate any parents, like, oh, you can do better. Get out there and do, they can't. They're not allowed to do that.
Well, hold that thought. We're going to come right back. We're going to be right back after this message. Make sure you come back for the rest of High Desert Dance. We have a little bit more to talk about, so we'll see you.
Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
We have High Desert Dance Center. We have Cindy Cote and Marilyn Gentry, and we were just discussing the recitals and the themes and all the fun stuff that you guys do there. And what I'd like to know is maybe some future shows that you have planned.
Yeah, Grace just finished a show last week, and then she'll be taking the kids out for the Relay for Life.
What show was that last week?
I have to remember which one she did. I wasn't there.
Okay.
And then Hawaiian's also going out for Relay for Life. We're on at 7:30. I think Grace is on like at 4:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, is that on a Saturday? Is that
Saturday.
what day is that? Is that the 20th? Not the 20th.
No, it's the 4th.
Oh, October.
Yeah,
October
4th.
Okay.
Yeah. Grace tends to get the children out at least 15 times a year, to going out all over town to do shows, and it's not mandatory, but most of them have never said no.
Right.
They like it. And then, of course, the recital. And Polynesian goes out. We do luau's sometimes. We've done quite a few luau's around town. And
some of them are private, too. Some are private parties.
Private people
not
call
just
us and
a
want
public function, or a
want to
group.
have a private, luau, and they call us, and because we use all of the Polynesian instruments. So
oh,
it's
okay. I did not know that.
dancing. Yeah, we use all the instruments, and the poi balls from New Zealand, and the lapa sticks from Samoa, and
That would be a
all
fun
that
theme
stuff.
for a wedding reception or something. Yeah.
It would be, yes.
It's true.
Tend to get some of the people up, if we can, to dance afterwards.
Get them involved. And
Sure.
It makes it fun for them.
All right. So do you do that with the belly dancing as well?
Yes.
Mhm.
Usually when we perform in town, maybe 7 times a year, we're not as involved as the kids are, because getting adults together is harder. They have families and such that interferes.
But she's got big scarves, and they can dance
They
with
dance
the
with
scarves
veils,
and
beautiful veils. And we get the
and
people up to dance with them, too.
so that makes it
There's
very
places.
nice. They enjoy that
Yeah.
part.
Yes, they do. They pull.
So have you done anything with the Greek restaurant or the hookah lounge? Any performing? Have you guys connected and
We've
done anything
performed
like that?
what was it? It was a restaurant that was open. It's closed now. I forgot where it was. It was behind where the grape leaf is now. It was in that area, and I forgot what it was called. It was there were two restaurants there. Yes. And we performed. We had friends that we have that were in Lancaster at this time. This was a few years back, obviously, because that restaurant's been closed. We had them come in and had a show, like a half-hour show. Whoever wanted to sit in that area would just have dinner with us instead of being in the other general restaurant area. That was lots of fun. That was our biggest thing we've done here. We've had workshops here that were belly dance workshops for whatever the theme, whatever you're working on, the finger symbols or veils or just basic moves, whatever it was too. And those friends would come and share with, and we'd go down there. It was a very nice group. But it's changed, and that restaurant's closed, and
Time keeps going, and things keep changing.
We always go up to High Desert Haven. We dance there, and Grace quite often, she'll take them to Ridgecrest Healthcare, whatever they're going to call that now that it's been bought by the hospital, but dance there. And
dance there a lot. They just rise. The music just brings the people awake out.
Yes, I've seen that.
Love it. You know how music is. It just kids.
I've actually seen them sitting in their,
They
in
do.
their
And
chairs
they're
and
clapping
dancing along.
Yeah.
Occasionally, a couple of them will push their chairs out and get in the middle. And they can
Yeah,
stay there.
they
It's
do.
okay.
They
Right.
do.
It's all right. We dance around them. They're enjoying it.
Absolutely. Well, it is, dance is a
Good stimulus for them.
It very much is so, yes. So, so with the dances and the recitals, do you have, when is your big recital?
That's the end of May.
Okay. So do you still encourage like new dancers, and do you have any packages, or how you do you allow them to come in and kind of check it out?
They can come in and they take one class free to see if that's what they want to do. And then they can sign up. Yes, we have a scale. If they take one class a week, that's $30 a month. 2 classes is $50, and it scales down. And well, eventually it stops if you take like 4 or more, then it stays at the same level. But yes, there is, and we occasionally have a scholarship student that may need some help, that we can do scholarship. And
Now, how does one come about applying for that or trying out for it?
they have to talk to that particular teacher and explain what their situation is and would they qualify for a scholarship.
Okay. Now, is what are the qualifications? Do they have to try out, or
No, sometimes it's a financial hardship, or a family.
somebody who shows the passion, they really want to dance, and they might not have the funds to do
Exactly.
so.
So
Okay,
we
that's
try to
neat.
be, respectful for helping people that maybe are having a little bit of a hard time at that time. And the kids join right in, or whatever, the parent, the family. So we do stress family very much.
Yes, family is important, and
It really is.
Yes. Okay. So. Now, National Dance Day, I'm bouncing around, but I'm really curious about this. Do you do anything for that? Because I know that they mentioned that on So You Think You Can Dance.
They do.
National Dance Day.
We haven't, no. We did, what did we do out there for Teresa when they had the...
Oh,
we did
an event on there. Yeah, I forgot what.
Yeah,
Teresa
it was like a national awareness kind of dance day and a giving thing. We did that. We participated in that and sent the pictures to my daughter so she could give it to the big people that, the higher-ups.
That was fun.
We participated in it.
Now, when you say higher-ups, giving it to your daughter and the higher-ups, could you explain
the people
that?
she was connected with that are at a higher level.
Oh, is she in dance as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So,
she's
so we're supporting what she was involved in, basically.
which is a combination of dance and health and respect for your body and just the overall thing. So we participated in that, and we did that and sent that off to her, so we got credit for that, and she got credit for that, because the more people around that were doing it in different areas, then the credit goes back to in the end, to the big people, the big people.
Now, who are the big people? Do you know? I mean,
No, I don't know who
No.
they are.
No, don't know. Don't.
When you
No.
say big people, I'm trying to
The people that put this on, yeah. And that was fun. And then, like I say, I went off for 2 weeks. Cindy's been to that same dance camp before
Yeah.
for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and
it's so much fun. Also.
you have dancers. And
Now, do you do that for the summer for kids? Do you have a dance camp for?
we have in the
Summertime
past.
events,
We
yeah.
haven't recently done that, but we have. It's very difficult because everybody takes off
Yep.
and gets,
Yeah, summertime is a little
It's
bit
so hot
scattered.
here.
They want
Everybody's
to take
here,
a
there, and
break. They
everywhere.
just want to take a break sometimes,
and
and
now
they're
the
gone.
school starts so early.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
ladies,
that's
we're
true.
gonna call it a night. Thank you
Well,
so
thank
much
you.
for being here on Ridgecrest Talk, and make sure you guys, Ridgecrest, go out and try some dance.
Yeah.
You might find out you're interested.
We're in the phone book, and we're in the
Right.
yellow pages. High Desert Dance Center, 760-375-4127. Come on out and try a class.
Yes, yes, and tune into your local news from 5:30 to 6, and Ridgecrest Talk from 6 to 6:30, Monday through Friday. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much.
Get on